Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, we have made it already to March 2024. This is our predictions video to figure out what in the hell can we expect this month of March 2024. Hoping to see some good things in here. Hoping that it's not another one of those shit hits the fan months. We're fixing to find out together. So, as always, I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive. And in these videos, we take a look at the tea with the tarot. Don't be scared and run away. Got a good track record here on the channel. And we're fixing to pull up the cards over there to show it. So pulling up the cards and moving this microphone right here. I was trying to get Penelope to match me because in my little Ollivander's one shop shirt, this is the closest to brown that I have for her eyes, but actually she matches the little lemon trees in the background better. So that's cute too. We'll go with that. Good girl, Penelope. Good job. So, okay, let's go ahead and get shuffled up. Let's not belabor this. Let's get into it and figure out what can we know, what are we allowed to know, what should we know about March 2024. Get these predictions up. At the time of filming this, it is already March 1st, so I'm going to hope to get these up today. If YouTube gives me some trouble, it might come up tomorrow on the 2nd, but hoping to get it up today on March 1st. So we shall see how that goes. It has been really shite weather over here with a lot of raining and stuff and flickering lights and things like that. I mean, it feels safe here. It's just that I am not about to start filming a tarot video that you can't film the exact same video again. You can't pull the exact same cards again, you know, in the exact same way. I'm not about to start filming one and then have the lights flicker and be like, oh, whoops, the video didn't record or some bullshit like that. I'm not having that happen, so I had to wait until the rain started calming down and the lights were acting a little bit more stable. So, fingers crossed that this goes well. But let's go ahead and get started. We always start with the politics, so we're going to look in that category first. It's usually where a lot of things pop off here. And as always, this is international. We look at all across the globe because we have plenty of viewers from lots of different countries other than the United States. It's not always about us. It's not always about you, United States. So, what do we see here in politics? March 2024. What do we see here? What can we know? What should we know? What are we taking a peek at? Okay. Nice. Alright, so I'm not even going to bother to get any context right now. First, I'm just going to start with what we have here because this first row, it's already starting with some shit. We've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, the Justice card upright. So what this is pointing to is that in the political sphere in March 2024, there's going to be something politically happening that's a really big deal. Whatever politically is going to be happening is in reference to somebody that I guess would be a part of the government, maybe, because the Hierophant card is our institutions card, so it looks like it's somebody that is a government figure of sorts, and that there's something that has gone wrong around them or about them. And the Justice card is coming up here to insinuate that this is now a legal matter. It's coming into the legal system. I don't know if it's already a part of the legal system and that's going to finish in March of 2024 or if it's about to start in the legal system. But either way, when they put the Justice card upright, the good sign about that is however this, I guess, finishes, whatever the outcome is of this, it's allegedly just, you know, legally just, legally fair, like the justice system did the right thing as it relates to this instance. So whatever this is, I guess justice will be served. Let's see if we can know anything else about this particular situation. Oh, it's a twofer. Did not intend for that to happen. So we're going to go with it. It looks like whatever this is, somebody was sowing some pretty bad seeds and they were being manipulative, shifty, hiding things. Oh man, this is getting juicier than I thought. Manipulative, shifty, hiding things. Ooh, 4 of Wands. That's a relationship. So this is something about a relationship. What the hell? Like, I mean, sometimes this is a marriage card, sometimes it's relationship, you know, and it doesn't have to be marriage. Man, I didn't mean to step in something here, but we kind of stepped in something. Trying to walk away from the baggage, but whatever this is, I mean, that's our heartbreak card. That means there's already been some like heartbreak about this, and that's still in the process of kind of clearing through. Ooh, Tower moment. Whatever this situation is, it's gonna cause a bit of a Tower moment in March. So again, I don't know if this has already begun or if this is going to start in March, or you know what this is necessarily, but whatever the impacts of this situation is, full on Tower moment this is going to cause in March 2024. So in terms of Tower, we can expect the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So we can expect for things to start spiraling kind of out of control in a negative direction. Some people to see some silver linings in this, but for people to have a hard time letting go and turning the page and moving on in the way that things need to move on. There's going to be people digging in their heels, being like, no, I want to fight this. I don't want this to be that way. But it is that way. And so you're digging in your heels and spinning your wheels for what? For fucking nothing is what this is showing. So, woo, this is about to, for real, be a big shakedown in March 2024 in the political sphere. So, heads up for that. I love that for us. All right. Moving down here, 10 of Wands upright. Ace of Pentacles upright, 9 of Wands upright. This actually is looking good. This is something, again, in the political sphere where a lot of hard work has paid off. And even if somebody has been through the ringer, they're still standing and they still have some luck up their sleeve. They still have some support up their sleeve. They still have enough to get somewhere with this. So let's read it in a little bit more for context on this one. Why don't we? And I don't think I said yet, but everything we talk about today is all alleged, just my interpretation. Okay, so all alleged, just my interpretation. All right. Have to put that out there for the YouTubies or they get pissed. So in terms of what else can we know about this situation here? Okay, so here we're seeing that, I mean, wow. So whatever this is, somebody has really put in work. They have luck on their side. They've got just enough support. They've been through the ringer, but they're still standing. And with that, they're going to have some new leads in March 2024. These are new beginnings. The Page of Swords is like, now I've got some new ideas. Now I've got something else up my sleeve. The Ace of Wands is like, all right, new directions, baby. We're about to go 2.0 version right here. It's about to set off. And so whoever is in this situation, unlike this person is in luck in March of 2024. Ooh, you see this one fell out. So, okay, 5 of Pentacles. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So far, it has showed that they were in luck. Yet now we're getting a 5 of Pentacles upright here, and that's not the strongest position to see this card in. And so it's like, yeah, you get a nice start, like, ooh, this means I'm gonna get somewhere. Yes, let's get going. But then boom, something comes down in front of them. It's almost like, how do I put this? Okay, this is a dumb example, but whatever. I just go with whatever pops in my head. Y'all know how this works, just playing out examples in my mind. So they gave me an example of like, pretend, there's a movie where somebody's like, oh, I can't go on this trip because, I don't have the money or whatever. And then something happens and suddenly they find, a couple $100 bills or whatever. They're like, shit, yeah, I found the money. So, all right, now I'm on the way. And then they get in the car and they try to go and boom, the car won't start and something's wrong with the car. And they're like, fuck, so it's like, yay, fuck, immediately something kind of coming in and putting a damper on that little momentary high. Like there's something like that. So we see a little bit of a monkey wrench getting thrown into this person's excitement and their path forward. But does this stop them or not? Ooh, the monkey wrench could potentially keep them from getting where they wanted. It could potentially, because we've got some tangible things here that can like really clog up a process, get in the way, like trying to run while you're underwater, just really making things slow. But whatever this does, it does kind of come full circle. There is some kind of a weird full circle effect of this, but this feels like it's kind of further off. I don't think it'll come full circle in March of 2024 unless this situation happens very accelerated, in which case it might. But I think that this is going to take more than 1 month to kind of play out. So I think we're going to see the beginnings of this, and then it might take a couple more months for us to see how it, comes full circle in that way. So that might take some extra time. So let's just to make sure we can get something else other than just these two things politically, I'm going to scoop these up and reshuffle. And so that way we can work with the whole deck here. And we're going to ask one more time about anything else in March 2024, politically speaking, that we are allowed to know about, can know about, should know about, etc. And as I'm shuffling up here, as always, there will be a second video to this, a follow-up video, an extended video for the Perk Squad members. So if you'd like to be a member of the Perk Squad, the blue join button is down below, as well as a link in the description box to be a part of the Perk Squad. There's all kinds of perks to the Perk Squad. They're all listed there when you go to join, except they don't, for some reason, include the fact that we do weekly forecasts. So we have a forecast every single week in the Perk Squad, and that doesn't get mentioned on there. Wish it would let me, but it only lets me name 5 perks, but there are more than 5, and one of which are video shout outs. So shout out to you, Wendy Olson, and thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. You've been a member of the Perk Squad, it says, for 34 months. So holy shit. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a member for 34 months. Thank you. Shout out to you, Wendy Olson, and big hugs to you. I'm talking about some people are just beautiful souls. Wendy is one of them. So, anywho, let's move on and see what else we can know about politics, March 2024. Okay. Shit, y'all. Why is it that politically we keep getting the Justice card? I mean, that's for real, not just usually about, something being just and balanced and fair, although it can be. But a lot of times that really does mean that legal things kind of get involved. So it's a little bit like, I would be remiss if I didn't say, for those of y'all who've seen the videos, on this channel a lot, and we're talking about politics, when we see our King of Cups, who is that usually referring to? Let's all say it together. President Joe Biden, yes. So here he is, standing out here in the upright position. They're usually, not trying to shit talk the man. So some people love to see that they're not trying to shit talk him. Some people hate to see that they're usually not shit talking him, but they really try not to talk ill of him. And so he's once again coming up in the upright position, but we've got this King of Swords in reverse and the Justice card upright right next to him. And that's not good. I'm really not trying to lay into something here and sound controversial, but y'all know I say what I see. I don't squeeze things out of the cards that I don't see, but if I see it, I do have to say it. And so, my apologies for who this may upset, but our King of Swords card is in reverse. Upright, this is all about mental clarity. So you can guess what it means if it's in the reverse position. So lack of mental clarity. I know that there's a lot of accusations going around President Joe Biden about his, mental fitness and cognitive functioning and things like that. And there's a lot of opinions out there. As we always do, let's continue to keep the comments, polite. We can express what we want to express. We can be critical. We can use our First Amendment rights in the comments. Absolutely. But there's a way that this can be done, politely and respectfully. So please continue to do that, as everyone always does. I very much appreciate that. But I am seeing that here, that issue, that controversy that people have been talking about, it's going to come up even more hardcore in March of 2024. So whatever has happened thus far that has made people potentially uncomfortable, we're going to see some bigger issues related to that in March of 2024. And to the point that we've got our Justice card coming in here. So to the point that people start wondering about the legalities of this, people start wondering about the fairness and the balance and the justness of this. Like, this heats up in March of 2024. I don't know if there's a specific event in March that causes this to heat up more. I don't know if there's something that he ends up doing or not doing, saying or not saying, experiencing or not experiencing in March of 2024 for this to come up. But I'm just saying, this doesn't look great. And I will throw it out there for those of y'all who've been on the channel for a while. Y'all have seen in previous readings, I'm talking for years, in previous readings for years, the cards have said things about President Joe Biden and his ability to do a second term. There have been things that my previous readings have said that have expressed concern, doubts, wishy-washy energy about that and stuff for, again, years now. And those of y'all who've been a part of this can attest to that, and anybody that would like to rewatch previous videos, they're all there on playlists for y'all to do. So I'm wondering if this may have something to do with that. I don't know. I certainly do not wish anything ill on the man. I have had family members who have had, mental struggles and stuff as they've aged, and it's very sad to watch and see your family members struggle with things that they used to not struggle with and no longer be as sharp as a tack and stuff like that. Some of that can happen due to natural aging. Some of that can happen due to medical issues. I am not in a place to say what's going on here with President Joe Biden, but my heart goes out to him and family members seeing that, and my heart also goes out to the country that has to make hard decisions based on that, because some things you can't ignore, and I see this here. So just putting that there, that seems to be an elevated issue of concern in March of 2024 for any number of reasons that we might end up seeing. Putting that out there. Down here, we've got our Page of Pentacles in reverse, our Knight of Cups in reverse, and an Eight of Cups upright. Whoever this is referring to, and I don't know if this is referring to what's going on up here or if this is a whole separate issue, but what I will say is whatever this is referring to, this looks like somebody is cutting their losses and walking away. So this is somebody in the political sphere, again, open internationally, March 2024, that is like literally, physically, it's a no-go. Emotionally, it's a no-go. Gotta walk away. And so this is, I would be looking for retirements, resignations, something that's pretty big politically, because I mean, if they're putting this up here and eating up space in this video over it, this isn't just, a random clerk of court or something resigning or retiring. Like, this is gonna be, kind of a big deal. Not kind of, this is gonna be a big deal in March of 2024. So it looks like because of literal tangible and intangible reasons, so like internal reasons and like actual tangible reasons, there will be somebody walking away, and that looks like it's probably going to be coming in the form of a resignation or a retirement in March of 2024. It's going to be, a big name enough person to see how that starts to go. So just putting that out there again, that may not be attached to this. It may be completely separate from that, but so lots of political stuff happening in March of 2024. Let's take these up, and once again, our next category sometimes ends up being very related and tied into politics, but somewhat separate. It's the economy, finance, career, all of that kind of stuff. So let's look at March 2024 as it relates to economies. We'll see. And as I'm getting shuffled up for this one, as always, if you'd like a private reading with me, you can book a private reading at BeasTalksAndTarot.com. I've got various different time lengths of private readings. I've also got Reiki Energy Healing for people who need a cleansing, a clearing, kind of getting a sense of, where there may be some blockages or things like that energetically. So that is on my website with the Reiki Energy Healing. Also, life coaching for people who are like, okay, I'm stressed. This is not going the way I need it to go. Just help me move forward in my life. Help me get unstuck. Help me figure this out. How can I move forward? What are some next steps? Things like that. Life coaching there on my website. And I will add that, no, I do not do therapy outside of my legal licensure purview, but I will say that it's nice to have a life coach who is a licensed mental health clinician, because there's a lot of people out there that call themselves life coaches and stuff these days that I'm like, based on what? And I'm not trying to be rude to people or take away from anybody's, work or their passions or things like that. But, it does seem to be kind of curious how many people are calling themselves that. And I don't know what type of experience or credentialing or anything that they have to support that for themselves. So it's a little bit unnerving for me. Not trying to spread paranoia out there, but just putting that out there. So anywho, I've got that on my website as well. And then, of course, for people who want to learn how to read the tarot cards the way I read the cards, then I also have tarot tutoring on there as well. So BeasTalksAndTarot.com. Alrighty, so the economy, March 2024. What in the world can we see? What can we know? What can we find out? Alrighty, man. Let's see here. Y'all. The fuck, y'all? I can't make this up. Y'all saw I shuffled this thing throughout the whole time I was talking. And then every time I go to pull, I do like this, and then I pull. Like, I can't make this up. This is nuts, y'all. So, okay. The economy will have some kind of legal issues going on as well. Things that affect the economy, influence the economy, control the direction of the economy in March 2024. They will be attached to some legal ongoings, legal proceedings, legal precedents. I don't know. but somehow we've got the legal system coming into, the economy in March as well. Like, what is this? Matter of fact, I'm literally going to write down the word legal on my sticky note here so that on the title or the thumbnail, I will put something about how this is the month for like legalities or whatever. Because what in the world? This is the month for the justice system, the courts, the legalities, the law, the rules, all the things. Like, it's affecting everything. It's affecting all these different waves of politics, and it's affecting our economies as well. With this top row being these two reversals, our Knight of Swords in reverse and our Two of Wands in reverse, I mean, this could potentially be a little bit chaotic or hectic. There can be some energy of kind of rushing about, confusion, trying to kind of patch things up or fix things or oh God, the word that just came into my head. It came into my head. I gotta say it. Sometimes I'm uncomfortable, but it came into my head. Rig things. Lord, I don't even know what that means for economy. Genuinely and truly, I don't even know what that would entail or mean for economy stuff. But that's, if that came in my head and I almost spit it out, I just have to spit it out, even if it tastes bad to say. Which I guess if that was a thing, then no wonder there's a legal... I don't know, man. Wow. Okay. So, bottom row, Ace of Swords upright, Nine of Pentacles upright, Queen of Pentacles upright. This is a strong bottom row, at least. This was a little bit too much, but this is okay. So there's going to be a weird split when it comes to economy, and that could mean that, like, it's different segments of the economy. Like, maybe there's a certain portion of the economy that gets hit with this kind of chaotic, legally influenced stuff. So that could maybe mean, what if it's the part of the economy that, deals with stock market or bonds, or it's the part of the economy that deals with, housing markets, or banking, or some other form of markets that we have around. It could be that that refers to one and this better looking side refers to others. So technically, when we're talking about the economy, it's not all just, hey, one global economy. This can be broken down into different sectors or different regions of the world. So we've got that kind of chaotic one up here, but down here, this other facet that we're seeing is actually quite positive. We're seeing things get clear, people get some ideas, investments going well, people kind of figuring out how to make the most of something, kind of building something up, stabilizing something, showing something support, getting stronger. So whereas this looks like it's weakening, this looks like it's strengthening, and that is weird. That is an odd juxtaposition, shall we say, here, where you've got both of these under the umbrella of economy, but one really strengthening in March of 2024 and one really taking a tumble in March of 2024. And you would imagine that if this was happening, in some way that would affect the overall, It must, that the overall thing would have to in some way show that within itself things are schisming in opposite directions. So I don't even know what that would mean or how that would look. It's obvious that I don't know shit about economics, but this has the potential to kind of be a little wild and maybe start a little something wild. So this would be something to watch over the next handful of months, just for us to see what that does, what that means, where this goes, how this shakes out, because that's very curious to me, this action we've got going on here. So just throwing that out there for March of 2024. All right, so let's see. We've got another category that we want to look at here before we move on to the Perk Squad Extended. So just want to make sure that I get the mostest out of this video before we move on to the extended video. So here we're going to look at health, wellness, spiritual stuff, what's going on, you know, maybe with medical things around the globe and stuff like that that we need to know about March 2024. And then in the extended video, we'll take a look at, you know, what all else do we need to know? We'll take a look at if there's anything else about current events we need to know, or celebrities even we need to know, or, you know, whatever else. So let's just see what they say here for anything related to health and wellness in March of 2024. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Something got thrown over here. It was this whole pile. How many's in here? I don't know if I'll take the whole thing. Since there were 4, I'm not going to take them. They all just flew out. Well, I feel bad. I'm going to take them. Okay. We're going to take them. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to do this. And I'm just going to put it like this. I need to just take it. I know it's 4, but I'll just take it because they did fly out. I don't know if y'all were able to see that on camera, but maybe you were able to hear the like thud on my desk. So I'll take it. All right. So since this one a little bit different, it makes me wonder what kind of different are we going to see here? Okay, so in terms of health and wellness for March of 2024, they really took this to a different place than what I thought they were going to. Because we have the death card here. It's in reverse, but it's here. Then we have a page of cups with water, a strength card with mountains, ace of pentacles with wind, 4 of pentacles just kind of gripping and grasping, 6 of swords with water, lover's card with mountains and sky and all of this. There's a lot of nature oriented elements here, specifically nature and things that are like wind and water. And so I'm wondering if some health and wellness aspects of March of 2024 are going to be heavily influenced by natural things. So, wind related events, water related events. So I don't know if this means, you know, tropical storms or hurricanes or tornadoes or, you know, I don't know, hailstorms, just, I don't even know. I mean, you know what kind of weather events are out there that are related to wind and water. Like, I'm seeing a lot of that come up, and specifically interesting that they're bringing up these kind of more mountainous regions here. So something specifically in regions with a lot of mountains. That's interesting. I don't even know what all things can happen, you know, weather related, in terms of mountains, but seeing that come up here. And then also just kind of people here in this, like, this is more of a city card. So some people in a certain city having to really try to get control over something that happens. So I see that there could be a city, that has a hard time getting control over something, that some kind of weather related thing, natural disaster related thing kind of wreaks havoc on a certain city where they're like, we've got to get control. Like the visual that they're giving me, I hate to say it, but it's like, you know, when ants are like scurrying around to rebuild an ant bed after somebody steps on it or something like that. So that's the visual that they're putting up here. So this is a little chaotic too. Okay. Fixing to write down chaotic and legal because, this is another theme that I'm seeing here for March of 2024, that we have kind of this chaotic energy and this legal energy just really threading throughout March of 2024. That seems to be kind of a thematic thing that we're seeing here in March of 2024. So, I guess stay safe, proceed with caution. Make sure you're taking a look at weather precautions in your area. Make sure that, if you're traveling, you're checking the weather in the area that you're traveling to. If you're getting a bad feeling that you don't feel, we all sometimes have intrusive thoughts that get scary. But if you're literally getting a solid gut feeling of maybe I shouldn't go here or do this then, or, stuff like that, maybe just pay attention or ask some questions of your guides of hey, why is this coming up for me? Can you tell me a little more or something like that? Because, this is a little unusual for this section, for them to come up with this and to spit out 4 cards like that. Just curious about that kind of stuff. If you're traveling by sea, traveling by air, flights and boats and things like that, just be watchful. There's just a lot of things here with Mother Nature that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. So, throwing that out there, because this ended up being a little bit more than I thought it was gonna be. I like to remind everybody that at the end of all of these videos, we do have little B-rolls, silly puppy shenanigans, funny little life stuff that happens or whatever, just a minute or two of just fun stuff that's either funny or uplifting or lighthearted or silly or, makes people laugh, whatever. So please stay tuned and watch that. Just give yourself a little pick-me-up after this because, nobody wants to kind of have the energy sucked out of them from a reading and then go about their day. Allow yourself to have that little lift up there at the end, and then go about your day with the little laugh being the last thing that you have settled there on your mind. And for the Perk Squad folks, again, your extended video is coming up right now, so we're going to end this and get to your extended video, find out what else should we know or can we know about March 2024, because it sounds like this is going to be kind of a busy month with a lot of stuff. So we will take a peek at that. And so for everybody here, don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye, y'all.